So the first one on the left is a graph one. They want us to find the distance of line B, which is this line right here. So what we can do is use the distance formula, but in this class we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So we need to make a triangle out of this. So I need to connect the dots here. So I'm going to go this way and then up. Then we want to count how long each of the sides are. So this looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units long. And the line that's going up and down looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 units long. So now we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is our 90-degree angle because we made a right triangle out of it. And of course, this side over here, the distance is going to be our hypotenuse. A and b are interchangeable, so we're going to have 8 squared plus 15 squared equals c squared. And it does give us a clue that our answer better be an integer for this one. 8 squared, 8 times 8 is 64. 15 squared, 15 times 15 is 225. 64 plus 225 is 289. And the opposite or inverse of square number is the square root. And that's going to give us 17, our answer. That's good because it checks out that it is an integer and it's also the largest of the 3 numbers, which we were expecting and hoping for. The next question says find the distance between point A and point B there. We could use a coordinate grid and that would be totally fine to do. But I am going to sketch a triangle here, similar to the one we just did, and we're going to try to figure this out. Now down here will be your x's, and this is going to be your y's, and this is going to be the distance. Why did I put it like this? Well, the coordinate points go in the form of x comma y, x comma y. So we need to find the difference in the points of the x values. So the distance between the x values, we would do 9 minus a negative 3, which is 9 plus 3, which is 12. And that's going to go right here for the x. So this side is 12. The differences in the y's is negative 2 minus 3, which is going to be negative 5. And since we're looking at length, we're just going to make it a positive value, which is 5. And so now we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared, or a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The c, or the hypotenuse, is going to be over here. We'll call that d squared for the distance. And again, for this, you could just plot it and then count if you want to. The a squared could be 12 squared, and the b squared can be 5 squared. The a and b are interchangeable. 12 squared, 12 times 12 is 144. 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. And it looks like this one's going to be an integer as well, so we don't have to round it. 144 plus 25 is 169. And the opposite or inverse of square number is the square root. And the square root of 169 is 13, so that's going to be the distance. If you have any kind of questions, ask your math teacher.